welcome to Shea Stadium in New York. Just getting things prepared for the game today. So if you come in, thank you so much. Give me a moment to just get things ready and how we want it, because we don't need that one in. Let's see. We can roll it right in there. Be good. Okay, we can do that. Again, this is going to be the game between the Cincinnati Reds and the New York Mets. Today's date in history will be June 8th, 1972. Again, we are starting to play every other game here in 1972 instead of playing every game. So again, I'll give you updated standings and statistics next time I do an upload with the games that were played in between. Last game we had was the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox, as Wilbur Wood made one of his historic starts as he shut down the Red Sox in a big win. But watch that, please. It's on my channel. And today we will have game number on June 8th. The best game on the schedule, of course, is the Cincinnati Reds and the New York Mets. Let me see if I can pull up my Excel while I'm waiting for some people to arrive. They want to arrive and come in and watch my game today. Let's see. So we'll go to the office and let's see. Let's go ahead and expand this too, so I have a full screen so I can see you guys. That is perfect. Now see if I can get the Excel going here. All right, again, the starting pitchers today will be Ross Grimsley for the Reds and, of course, Tom Seaver for the New York Mets. Lineups will be for the Reds: Pete Rose in left, Joe Morgan in second, Bobby Tolan in center, Johnny Bench behind the plate, Tony Perez at first, Joe Hagan right, Dave Concepcion at short, Darrell Cheney at third, and on the mound, Ross Grimsley. He was 14-8, 3.05 ERA. For the Mets, Say Hey Willie Mays will be getting the start in center, Bud Harrelson at short, Tommy Agee gets the start at left, Rusty Staub in right, Cleon Jones at first, Jim Fregosi at third, Ted Martinez gets the start at second, Duffy Dyer is behind the plate, and on the mound using pitcher hitting card number 6, Tom Seaver. Let's again go over some basics. We are going to play 1972 season now in Strat Basic with Super Advanced Stealing. I'll make some modifications as I'm playing this league. I didn't have my other red chart available to me and all that stuff, so we're going to use the Super Advanced on the base stealing and probably use it on the hit and run and the hit and run and sacrifice, probably to be honest. So the standings so far, and this is an important game now for both teams, as we featured the American League last night in my upload, but today in the live broadcast, the Mets are in second place, 26th and 17th. They're 5 back, so they need to make up some ground on the 30-11 Chicago Cubs, best record in baseball. Again, games not played are autoed by the fast action replay by payoff pitch. The Reds are 26-20. They're coming on strong. They're only 3 games in back of the once hot Houston Astros, who are 27-15. All right, let's get this started. As it will be the Mets and Reds, as it will be Seaver against Grimsley here for some baseball. 1972. Again, playing Strat Basic with some modifications of Super Advanced. Let's get to this. So let's go ahead. I'm going ahead and going in my screen to play this, and I'll bounce back and forth on comments if needed. So here is Pete Rose. Rose will lead off. Rose, so far on the replays, 3 for 9, a run scored, an RBI. Reds have not seen much action. They're like 1-1, but with the way they're playing right now, I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot more of the early Big Red Machine in replay action. For Tom Seaver, he has an ERA of 2.87 ERA. Let's go over Seaver stats. He's pitched 60 innings. He's given up 19 earned runs, 52 hits, which is good. Almost 1 hit per inning pitch, 21 walks, 61 strikeouts. He's 3-3 and he has a ERA of 2.87. Opponent's average is 2.26. And if you remember right, he has a no-hitter in my replay. So anything could happen. So stay put and see what happens here. So Rose is 3-9, 3 for 9, a run scored. And we're ready to go. Strat basic on the Here it is, first pitch. 6-4 from Seaver is a 5-ball center field. We will use the 20-sided die as the die in play. Seaver is a 3. This could be trouble. That is a 6. A 6 on a 3. Does he come up with it or not? He does. 5-ball C. So Mays makes the catch, and that's the first out. So say, hey, kid, still has something in him as he makes the first catch of the ball game. So Rose retired, and now brings up Joe Morgan. He's 3 for 7, runs scored. Keep Morgan off the bases. Here it is, 1-7. There's a walk. That's why you keep Morgan off the bases. So Morgan is on. Again, super advanced using the stolen base chart. So Morgan is a 2-5, 11, and 12 get the lead. Seaver on the other side is a 0. And Duffy Dyer, ooh, that probably can't be good. Duffy Dyer, ooh, is a -2. Gets me a little surprise there. -4. So -4 for Morgan, be a 14 or less if he gets the lead on a 2-5, 11, and 12. I think you got to go for it. It's a 9. He doesn't get it. And it drops Morgan below 50%. So he will stay put, but he's being held on. So here is Bobby Tolan. Tolan is 1 for 8, run scored, has a double. Here's the pitch. That's a 3-8. That's a strikeout for Seaver on Tolan's card. So Tolan swung out a bad pitch. That's the second out here in the first. And it brings up the catcher, Jonathan Bench, the Bingen Bomber. 1 for 7, no runs scored. Seaver looks in, runner on first, no out. Tough pitch. 5-6 from Seaver, and he struck him out. So Tom Seaver does the strikes out 2 in the first. We played 1/2 inning of play here in Shea Stadium, and it's no score. On the mound for the Cincinnati Reds will be Ross Grimsley. He's a left-hander. And let's see if they try to steal on old Ross. What are we doing here? With Bench behind the plate, though, -1, -2 to hold, and Mr. Bench is -4. That's a -5 at least, so that's going to be bad news for the Mets if they try to run on this Red team. All right, let's again keep things occupied, though, so make sure people come in. All right, let's continue, and let's go to the bottom of the first. Willie Mays, he's been up 15 times, has 6 hits, hitting 400 with a home run and 2 RBIs. So Mays making the best of his return back to New York. Left-hander Grimsley on the mound. Here's the pitch. 6-3, fly ball right field. That is going to be Haig. Haig is a 4 out there. Ooh, that could be bad. And we got a 17. Let's see if he re-rolls. And fly ball, took him to the track, almost to the edge, and made the catch. Mays hit it a long way to the other way, but the first out. So a long out for Willie. And now here is Bud Harrelson, 8 of 43, 2 runs scored. Of course, the Mets see a lot of action on here. They're a good team. And they have Tom Seaver, who usually pitches a lot on the channel. Here's Harrelson. He's a switch hitter, batting right-handed. He's 3-5, and that's a fly ball right field. Easier play for Hay. Comes in and makes the catch. And that's 2 outs here in the first. Here's a center fielder, Tommy Agee, hitting .81. He is 3 for 37. Last time we said this about somebody, Rich Reichert, had a game in his life, and that was just on the previous upload. So let's see if Agee can wake up against the left-hander Grimsley on the pitch. 3-3, ground ball to short. Concepcion, that's an easy play. Throws him out, and we played 1 here in Shea. No score. Batting for the Reds, Perez, Haig, and Concepcion here in the second against Tom Seaver. So Perez, 0 for 4 on the replay. At first base today, getting busted, playing first after coming from third. 5-7, that's a ground ball shortstop. That is Harrelson. I did not have many X's the last time I did play this. Now I'm getting a bunch of them. He's a 2 on a 14, makes the play. So that is a play of 6-3, 1 away. And now brings up Joe Haig. He's been bounced back and forth in a couple replays online. He is 2 for 4 unscored since coming over to the Reds. So Haig to bat, one away in the second. Seaver looks in, number 41. And here's the big pitch from Seaver. 3-7. That's a shot down the line for a base hit. 1-11 was a double. Roll to 14. So Haig is on first. Haig will not be held. He's at E, so he'll not. So Seaver won't pay much attention to him. Concepcion up, the right-handed hitter. Concepcion 0 for 7 runs scored, kind of struggling early. Seaver from the stretch. Here it is, and that's going to be a 3-3 ground ball, hard hit to short. That's an easy double play ball. Harrelson throws to second to Martinez, back to first, double play. 6-4-3, and there go the Reds, and Seaver gets out of the second. No runs, 1 hit. No-hitter for Seaver. We go to the bottom of the second. It is no score. So now here is Rusty Staub. Grand Alage will come up. He is so far 8 of 42, 7 runs scored, 4 RBIs, has 2 homers. He's hitting 190. Left-handed bat against the left-handed Grimsley. Last of the second, no score. Here's the pitch. 2-2. Oh, pop out first base, and Seaver. It looks like Staub might be hurt. Oh, that's a tough injury for Rusty Staub to be in. Any injuries that do pop up on the card will be attained as a game-only injury. So pop the first. So pop the first for Staub, and he'll be helped off the field by the training staff. So we'll need a new first baseman for the Mets in this game. And probably will bring in, since lefty-righties don't match as much, Eddie Cranepool will come in, or a right fielder. Oh, we need an outfielder. Uh-oh. That could be an interesting thing. So let's see. We can bring, he's a 4. So he's the best bat on the bench. But do you want to take the chance? And you know what? Let's put a better fielder for now and put Dave Marshall. So Dave Marshall will take some swings. And he'll pop out the Staub, and Staub will be replaced. But he'll come back next game. Leon Jones, the batter. First baseman. He's hitting 273, 9 of 33. Here's the pitch from Grimsley. That's a 4-6, and that's a single on a 1. That's a 14. That's a line drive to first baseman. So he hit a bullet right at Perez. An easy play for out number 2. Here is Jim Fergosi. Fergosi, the batter. He is 7 of 40, hitting 175. Not making a lot of people happy with the trade this past season for Nolan Ryan. So here it is. Grimsley looks on the pitch. That rolls around. That is, let that thing roll. Wow, that's cards and dice of a nutshell. 1-6, and struck him out. Fergosi down on strikes. Ross Grimsley pitches a nice second inning. 3 up, 3 down, go to Mets. We go to the third. Still no score in a very important June game here at Shea. As a new, we'll have to make a defensive change first of all. So we'll go ahead and change the defense. So the new right fielder, and he's a 3 out there, is Dave Marshall. The choice would have been was to put John Milner out there if you want the bat. But I'd rather have a 3 glove out there with the defense. So we'll see what happens. I mean, Milner will probably end up coming in this game, but I'm not going to make that change. So Marshall now in right field. Change is made. So here's Darrell Cheney, followed by Ross Grimsley and Pete Rose. So Cheney to bat, top of the third, no score. Reds have a hit. Mets do not. And let's see what's going on here. Done, Carl. How you doing, man? How you doing? Welcome aboard. What's up, man? How you doing? Thank you so much for coming in and putting me on radio mode. As you're listening to the Lindsey Nelson and company. So Lindsey Nelson for the Mets. Give me 1 second here. And, of course, you're probably listening to Bob Murphy here. So top of the third, Darrell Cheney, the batter. Reds, no runs, 1 hit. The Mets, no runs, no hits. Cheney, 250 hitters. He's only had 1 at bat in the replay. There's the pitch by Seaver. 2-7, a single for Cheney. So Darryl Cheney playing third today gets himself a base hit. He's a D, not starred, will not be held. They'll go ahead and give him that +1 if he gets a lead. And now here is Ross Grimsley. Again, we were deciding we're going to go ahead and play the kind of the super advanced in the bunting here. So we'll call him a C. That's fine. So he's a C. C on an 8, and that is a sacrifice. That is easily picked up by number 2. That's the pitcher. Throws him out to the second baseman covering, and that is a perfect sacrifice for Grimsley. So sacrifice hit. We'll do that one here, and he'll go to second, and it's 1-3. So let me go ahead and do that. So the assist will be by the pitcher, and that will be by, let's see, put out by the second baseman. All right, 1 away. So runner on second. And 1 out. Here is Pete Rose. Rose comes up. He flied to center his first time up. So the Reds have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Seaver needs to work a little bit harder. Seaver from the stretch to the switch hitting Rose. Here's the pitch. That's a 2-8 ground ball to short. That will keep the runner where it's at. Harrison Fields makes the throw, and that's 2 away. So stays on second base is Cheney. And there's 2 outs here in the third. Here's Morgan. He walked his first time up, got stranded. So now see if Seaver can strand another base runner. Runner on second, 2 outs. Seaver working from the stretch. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch. 3-5, nothing in that 3 column for Joe. Fly ball center field. That will be the center fielder. AG makes the catch. And out go the Reds. We go to the bottom of the third. No score. So Seaver working some magic here as he leaves another runner on base. And now for the Metropolitans, Teddy Martinez. He's 4 for 20. 3 runs scored, 5 RBIs. He's getting it done in limited play. Here's Teddy, 3-9, ground ball hard to short. Picks up, throws across the diamond, and that's the first out. So here's Duffy Dyer, 325 at-bats. He's 0 for 8 in the replay, so he definitely has not hit yet. So here is Ross Grimsley. Winds up and the pitch. 4-2. Line drive right at Dave Concepcion. And that is out number 2. So now here's Seaver pitching, hitting card number 6. Let's see how Seaver is. Grimsley's retired the first 8 Mets. Grimsley looks in, gets the sign, and here's delivery. 2-6. Struck him out. Seaver down on strikes. Ross Grimsley's retired the first 9. We go to the top of the 4th, no score. So for the Reds, it'll be Bobby Tolan, followed by Johnny Bench and Tony Perez. So Bobby, Johnny, and Tony, it sounds like a classic big red machine lineup here in 1972. So Tolan the bat. Tolan struck out his first time up. Seaver looks in. That's a foul ball over the box. So strike 1 on the left-handed hitting Tolan. Here's the swing. That's a 3-2 ground ball to third. Easy play by the third baseman for the Mets. And that's a first out of the ball game. So the third baseman for the Mets, Fergosi, comes up with it. Jonathan Bench comes up, struck out his first time up. 1 for first 8 RBI, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Seaver looks in and the pitch. That's in the 1 column for Johnny. 1-6 deep drive left field, way back. That's going into the bullpen. Gone. Goodbye. Home run, Johnny Bench, the Bingen Bomber, just hit one deep in the bullpens in left field, and the Mets and the Reds have taken a 1-0 lead. Bench, 40 home runs, 125 RBIs in 1972, just launched one in the outer limits, and it's 1-0 Reds. And here is Tony Perez. Round ball short his first time up. Seaver the windup and deliver. And that is a 2-10. That's a fly ball in the center field. That's AG comes up with the catch and 2 outs. Here is Joe Haig, the right fielder. 2 outs in the 4th. Haig singled his first time up. Reds with 3 hits. Mets with none. Seaver with the windup and delivery. That's a 2-5. That's a strikeout for Seaver again on Haig's card. So that's it. Reds get a run on a home run by Bench. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Cincinnati. Again, for the Mets, it will be Mays, Harrelson, and AG. Mays hit a long fly ball to right field his last time up. Grimsley looks on. Bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Cincinnati. It's going to be a 6-7. That's a single for Willie Mays. First base hit for the Metropolitans. So the Mets are on board. Mays will not be held. He's a D. And here's Bud Harrelson. Let's see if the Mets play small ball or they try to swing. Harrelson now 182, 8 of 44. On deck is AG. And then you have Dave Marshall who does the injury to Staub. So Harrelson will come up. They're going to play the corners in. So he'd be a C. So let's see. Do they try to go small? They'll probably will go small ball here. I just throw that one off the table. Literally threw that one off the table. Don't want to do that. But try that one. So a 6. It's a 6. I say, that's a defense. So that's picked up by the first baseman. So the speed on Mays is a 1-15. So 1-15, always get this confused. So he is a 1-15. So let's see. Hang on 1 second. So let's see. So it's gonna be so Mays is. Let's look at this thing. I don't confuse things. So he's a 1-15. So it's going to be compute the leader's run rating minus 4. It'll be 11 plus picked up by the fielder. So it's 4 by the first baseman. So it's an 11 plus 3. So it's safe on a 14. Guess what? We'll just settle for the sacrifice and throw him out at first. Easy enough. I'm not going to try to compute it and try to throw him out. If Mays can run the way he does, I'm not going to try to throw a runner out at second. So assist we said it was picked up by the 4. So that was by the first baseman. So picked up by the first baseman, put out by the second baseman. So you would run that 3 to 4 in your little scorebooks you got here at the stadium when we came in tonight. So 3-4, runner on second, 1 out. And here's Thomas Agee. So Mr. Agee ground a short first time up. Now the Mets have a runner in scoring position against the left-hander. Grimsley from the stretch. Here's the pitch. And that's a 6-3 fly ball right field. Again, that's Haig. Haig is a 4. This could be problematic. Let's see. So hang on 1 sec. Let's pull the number out. That's a 15. Let's see if he avoids the mess. 15 out of 4 is a single, too. It drops in front of Joe Haig. And an RBI base hit for Tommy Agee. So it drives in the run. Mays will score easy. And there you go. Base hit for Agee. And the Mets tied at 1. They get a run back. And it's 1-1. There you go. Having a 4th fielder out there does it. These are as-played lineups, baby. So having Haig out there kind of hurt him. So now here is Dave Marshall. His first at bat of the replay. He is a 250 hitter at 4 home runs. So kind of hoping to provide a little pop in the lineup. Let's see if the substitute can do it. Spezio played great for Bill Melton in the last one. 2-6, and Marshall draws the walk. So Dave Marshall does the job, passes the baton. First and second, 1 out. Game tied at 1. Here's Cleon Jones, line to first his first time up. Grimsley struggling a little bit. Grimsley from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 6-6. That's a strikeout. Anything below that would have been fun. So Cleon Jones swung out a bad pitch. Or I could say it was off the pitcher's card. Good pitch by Ross Grimsley. 2 outs, 2 on. Here's Fregosi. Struck out his first time up. Fans are starting to get a little bit antsy about Fregosi. Grimsley from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 4-9. Not anymore. That's a line drive to deep left field. That's over the head of Rose off the top of the wall. That's at least a double for Fregosi. Scores Agee. That's with 2 stars, so Marshall will have to stop at third. The Mets lead 2-1. So Jim Fregosi, 4-9, home run 1-11, rolled the 14, got the double. So Fregosi. So now here's Ted Martinez, 2-1 Mets, 2 outs. Martinez, the second baseman. Grimsley from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 4-8, and that's not going to be good. That's going to be a line drive in the gap down the line. That will clear the bases. That will automatically score Marshall. Fregosi scores, and the runner will stop at second for Ted Martinez as the Mets lead 4-1. So Ted Martinez knocks in 2 with a double, and the Met offense all of a sudden is starting to roll here with 2 outs. Here's Duffy Dyer. Grimsley now from the stretch. All of a sudden, the Mets are looking for a knockout blow. 6-7 and single for Ross Grimsley. That's a single off Grimsley's card. Dyer 6-7, single 2 stars. That will fatigue Ross Grimsley, and that's a base hit. It's 5-1 favor of the Mets. So now comes up Seaver. So now what we have to do is kind of look at Grimsley's card. There's no such thing as fatigue in basic, but he's given up 5 runs in the inning, so I don't want to pull him too early. But so basically what I'll say, if anything, if he gives off a hit on one of the X chances, that will be an auto pull, kind of like inside pitch kind of thing or something. I don't want to keep a guy in there too long. So here is Seaver with 2 outs. May not matter. Let's see. It's a 1. It's on Seaver's card, and Seaver draws the walk. How about that? So Seaver draws the walk on that 1-9. Nothing else in that 1 column. And it now first and second 2 outs, and the Mets have batted around. Here's Mays, single to lead off the inning, and then scored. So Mets lead 5-1, 2 outs in the 4th, still with 2 on. Grimsley from the stretch. Can he get out of this? 5-8, and he does. 5 ball left field. That will be Rose. Makes the catch. And finally, the Mets send 10-man to the plate, but that's all they do. They do a lot of damage. 5 in the 4th. It's 5-1 Metropolitans. So a big 4th inning for the Mets. All right, let's continue onward here. Seaver now the big lead again, and now it's going to be Concepcion, Cheney, and probably a pinch hitter for Grimsley. So here is Concepcion, grounding double play first time up. Here's the pitch. 4-2, the 5 ball right field. That will be Dave Marshall comes in next to catch for out number 1. So 1 away. Here is Darrell Cheney. So Cheney first time up singled. Seaver looks in, gets the sign and the pitch. That will be a 3-3 pop the third. That will be the third baseman for the Mets. Fregosi comes in, makes the catch. 2 outs. And yeah, the Reds will just go ahead and make a pitching change right here. And Mr. Grimsley's day will be done. So let's see who the Reds have on the bench here. Don't like to go to the bench, as they say, too early, but I guess you kind of be, when you fatigue out, you don't have a choice. So let's see. And I'm assuming it probably will be Dennis Menke. So Menke at 447 at bats. Logical choice coming off the bench, most at bats. So Menke will hit. We'll go ahead and make the change in the lineup. So insert pinch hitter. Menke comes in. Let's get him situated in the lineup screen. There it is. And here is Dennis Menke. Menke a 233 hitter. He's 4 for 8 during the replay. He's really hit the ball well when he started. 5-2, ground ball to short. That's Harrelson. He's a 2 fielder, and it's a 10. A 10 on a 2. Oh, Harrelson threw it over the head of Cleon Jones, and that'll go inside the photographer's bin, and he'll reach second on the error. E6 by Harrelson. So a throwing error, we'll call that even. And now, so that extends the inning out. So Menke's on at second. And now here's Pete Rose. Rest of this will be unearned. Let's see if Seaver can work his way out of this one. Rose, so far in the ballgame, is 0 for 2. Switch hitting Rose against Seaver. Seaver from the stretch. And here's the pitch. 3-7 is a walk. And Rose continues the inning, as they say, past the baton. And now the Reds have something going. And here's Morgan. Morgan, 292, 16 hits, 16 home runs that season. He watches nothing in the 3 column. Anything in 1 and 2 can probably extend the inning. Seaver from the stretch. Let's see if Seaver can work his way out of this one. Here's the pitch. He got the 3 column. That's by his Tom Seaver. Ground the second. Martinez got it, throws it to first, and ends the inning. Everyone can advance one base, but it doesn't matter. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. It is 5-1 Mets. So let's see who will come in for the Metropolitans here as the new pitcher. So insert new opposing pitcher. Ross Grimsley is done. And we might as well maybe see, let's see, 22 starts. Let's see who the Reds have. No, you don't throw him in there, that's for sure. And then you don't throw one of the higher leverage guys in. He had 21 starts. Could throw him in, let's see. 7 starts. Got a lot of guys who had a lot of starts on here. So I wonder. Let's throw a right-hander, Wayne Simpson, 8-5, 4.14 ERA, 22 starts. So Simpson will come in the ball game. So Simpson comes in, stays in the game, bats ninth, and the new pitcher. Let's give you the numbers, and it was ugly for Ross Grimsley. If you were with us early, he didn't give up anything until the faithful 4th inning, and then everything fell apart for him. So Ross Grimsley went 4 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, and his day was done. So here is Bud Harrelson. He leads off the bottom of the 5th inning. Mets lead 5-1, 5 hits in the ball game. Simpson, the righty, looks into Harrelson, now batting from the left-hand side. 2-2. Oh, a solid triple for Bud Harrelson on his own card in the gap. So Harrelson, with 4 triples on the year, has a solid triple, and he goes to third. So Harrelson gets a solid triple. Wow. So Harrelson stops at third, greets Wayne Simpson, and now here's Tommy Agee. Single with an RBI first time up. Reds will play the infield in. Simpson from the stretch. Here come the Mets again here in the 5th. And it's going to be a 5-7. And that, guess what? That's a line drive up the middle for a base hit for Agee. Another RBI for the Mets. They're starting to get their hitting shoes on. Mets lead 6-1. So Tommy Agee with an RBI. He starred, so he'll have to be held. So he's held, and now here's Dave Marshall. So Mets now lead it 6-1. So here's Marshall, walked and scored his first time up. Grimsley from the stretch, 5-7. Again, there's that 5-7 roll. That's a base hit. That's a single and 2 stars. 1-5 was a triple. He rolled 1-3 was a triple. Rolled to 5, so he goes to third. So another hard hit. And the Mets are just tattooing them right now. Here's Cleon Jones. Again, the infield playing in. First and third, no outs. Men offense just going kind of crazy here. Here we go. First and third, nobody out. Infield staying in. Here's Cleon Jones. Jones struck out his first time up. 1-5. He strikes out again. He does not get part of the party. So Cleon Jones, 0 for 3. With all these going on today, he's the one not performing. Here's Fregosi. Doubled in a run his last time up. First and third, 1 out. They'll play back for a double play. Wayne Simpson from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Wow, I'm throwing him high today. Strike 1 over the box. Here we go. And that's going to be a 1-6 single for... Oh, that's a wrong one. That's Fregosi. Struck him out. So Fregosi strikes out for the second out. And now the Mets send up Teddy Martinez. Doubled in 2 runs his last time. Boy, he's just been very productive. 7 RBIs in replay action. 1 for 2 today. Grimsley trying to get out of this mess. Here is the pitch. That's again a 5-7 roll. Holy cow, that's the 3rd time today. That's another long single in the gap for Teddy Martinez. He'll knock in another run. Again, they will just go first to third. Marshall stops at third, and the Mets score again, and it's 7-1. So Teddy Martinez jumping their Mets are just jumping all over him. 5-7 on the reverse side. Righty's a single to right field. But on basic, it is a hard single with 2 stars. Here's Duffy Dyer, single to run his last time up. Mets are just putting some crooked numbers in today's ball game. Another long game. 1-5, struck Dyer out, ends the inning. So the Mets, another long inning. They score 2 more. And we go to the top of the 6th. It is 7-1 Mets. It's hard to sometimes tell with the scoreboard because the team that bats around, they start putting numbers in weird spots. So here in the 6th inning, the Reds will now send up Tolan, Bench, and Perez. Seaver now the 6-run lead here in the 6th. So again, let's make sure we have anything going on here. Hopefully no Red fans have come in and hating what they're watching. I do apologize. This way it's happening on the roll so far. Tall in the bat, he's 0 for 2. Seaver on the mound. Reds actually won this game. 2-4, fly ball center field. Good catch by AG, 1 away. Mets really need some wins, so this will be a big win. Bench 1 for 2. Homer back in the 4th. Seaver looks in, it's a windup and pitches 3-9 and struck Bench out. That's the 2nd out. So Seaver not getting a lot of strikeouts today, but gets one on the batter's side. So Bench swung out a bad pitch. Here's Tony Perez, 2 outs, fly to center, ground to short. Seaver at the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-10 fly ball center field. AG makes the catch. And that's all for the Reds in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's all Metropolitans. They lead it 7-1. So now for the Mets, Seaver will bat again, followed by Mays and Harrelson against Wayne Simpson. So Wayne Simpson comes in. He wants not to throw that 5-7 anymore. Here's the pitch. That's a 2, that's a 9, and that's a single 1-6, and that's a 6 base hit for Seaver. So Seaver is showing why pitchers hit. He's 1 for 1. He's been on base twice. And here's Willie Mays. Mays 1 for 3, singled and scored in that big fourth inning uprising. Simpson now run on first and nobody out. Base hit number 10 for the Mets. Grimsley looks in from the stretch and the pitch. 1-6 is a strikeout for Mays. So Mays struck him out on the 1-6. So here is Harrelson. Harrelson the batter, 1 for 3. Tripled back in the 5th. Here's the pitch. 4-10 is a ground ball to short. That's Concepcion. I bet he can turn 2 on this. Ooh, he's a 3. He's not yet the top white defender, but he's a 16. 16 out of 3 is a fielder's choice. So a fielder's choice, 6-4. So a 6-4 fielder's choice, fed it to Morgan, but Harrelson able to beat the relay, and there's 2 outs. So now it's going to be Tommy Agee. Agee 2 for 3, 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. Mets starting to wake up a little bit offensively. Simpson from the stretch, run first and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. 3-8, a single for AG. He has 3 hits in the ball game. Runner will just stop at second. That's Seaver. First and second, 2 outs for Dave Marshall, who's 1 for 2, been on twice with a run scored. So Grimsley from the stretch. A lot of traffic on the bases like you're on the Major Deacon. Simpson from the stretch. 2 on, 2 out. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 2-7 ground ball to third. That's picked up by Cheney. Throws it across the diamond. And guess what? That's all for the Mets here in the 6th. We go to the 7th. Mets lead it 7-1. So in the 7th, we can now look at a normal scoreboard. The Mets, 7 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. The Reds, 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors. So let's go to the 7th inning. Strat baseball. We're here playing Basic 1972, June 8th, as we're playing every other day on the old schedule. And then we're going ahead and using the auto playoff payoff pitch to get our results from the other part. So here's Haig. He's 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. He'll bat against Seaver here in the 7th. 7-1 ball game. Seaver winds up and delivers. 5-10. That's a ground ball to third. That's Fergosi. Fergosi could hiccup this. It's a 13 out of 4. So we're going to hold on. Ground ball B. Throws him out. Good play by Fergosi. Gets it across the diamond. And there's 1 out. So here's Concepcion with 1 away. Concepcion 0 for 2. Rounded out to double play and fly to right. Seaver with the windup and delivery. That's a 3-5. That's a double on a 1-13. No, it's in the gap. Picked up nicely by AG, throws it back in, holds Concepcion to a single. So first and second one out, they will hold Concepcion. He is starred. So now here's Daryl Cheney. Cheney is 1 for 2. On deck, probably a pinch hitter for Wayne Simpson. Cheney the batter. Here's from the stretch is Seaver. 5-7 and ground ball to short. May not need the next batter. That's Harrelson. He goofed the last time. No, he's a 2. Oh, that's a 4. I don't think he's going to get a double play grounder. That's a ground ball. See? So the runner will advance. So 6-3. So Harrelson unable to make the play to get the lead runner, can only get the runner at first. So that will force the Reds will go with a pinch hitter here. So that means Cheney's done. Dennis Mink, he was a batter last time, so he was still here. Put him over to the side there and get us a new pinch hitter. And I'm probably going to go with Mr. George Foster, who eventually in this team is going to be a big person in this lineup. 145 at bats, hit 200, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs. So Foster gets some reps here. So pinch hitter Foster, again, perfect part of the lineup. They don't get anything here. They can just replace the pitcher in this spot. Top of the 7th, 7-1 Mets. Reds with 4 hits. Runner on first, 2 outs. Seaver from the stretch, pitching to Foster. Here it is. And that is going to be a 6-10. And that's a ground ball to second. Martinez throws them out. And that's all for the Reds. We now go to 7th inning stretch in 1972. It's 7-1 Mets. So there we go. Foster is out. New pitcher needed for your Cincinnati Reds. So Mets will probably be up 2 more times. So let's see. They'll probably will go to Tom Hall. 2.61 ERA, 8 saves, 10-1. Outstanding season. So hopefully I won't corrupt his ERA too much here. So let's go ahead and do that. So with a new opposing pitcher, now be Tom Hall. So Tom Hall comes in. Tom Hall is a left-hander. So left-hander Tom Hall comes in the game, stays in a nice spot in the lineup, and he's inserted in. So here is Cleon Jones. He has not participated in the party tonight. He has lined third and struck out twice. Here we go. Righty versus lefty. Bottom of the 7th here at Shea. 4-7 and a walk. So Cleon Jones gets on for the first time, and the Mets get the leadoff man on. Jones and E, no longer a threat to steal, will not be held. And here's Jim Fregosi. 1 for 3, an RBI double. Hall from the stretch. Run first and nobody out. Here it is, 6-4. That's a ground ball to third. That's Cheney. Let's see if he's able to turn it. He is a 3. It's a 1. Ooh, picked the wrong time to roll the 1 on the 20. And that's a single, 2 stars. Pass Cheney down the line. That means Cleon Jones goes first to third. And the Mets now have something going on. So Tom Hall that's something he cannot avoid. So that's a big base hit there for Fregosi. Liner past Cheney. First and third with nobody out. And here's Teddy Martinez. Infield will be brought in. Martinez 2 for 3, acting like a superstar. Ball from the stretch. Here's the pitch. 3-7. That is a popped up the third. Cheney will call everybody off. Make the catch for out number 1. Here's the catcher, Duffy Dyer. So Dyer the bat. Seaver looks like he's on deck, so he will stay in the game. He doesn't want to come out. Hall from the stretch, first and third, 1 out. And here's the pitch. 4-9. It is a walk and the bases loaded. And all of a sudden, Tom Hall has started to put Mets on board. And here comes Seaver with the bases loaded. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Seaver the bat. Infield will play back. They're going to try and turn 2 on Tom, or at least get the strikeout. Hall from the stretch. Can the Mets add to this lead? 5-9 to strikeout. So big strikeout on Tom Hall's card. That's the second out, the top of the order for Say Hey Kid Willie Mays. Hitting .368 in today's game. He's 1 for 4. So Mays, right-hander against the left-hander Hall. Looking in, 7-1 Mets. Here it is, big pitch. 1-9 for Mays. Fly ball center field. That is a good play by Tolan, and the Mets stram the bases loaded. We go to the top of the 8th. It is now 7-1 Mets. So the Reds will send up Rose, Morgan, and Tolan. Seaver stays in this ball game, and it's been a good one so far, folks. So Seaver's done everything he needed. He's only given up 4 hits through 7. Rose 0 for 2, walked back in the 5th. Seaver from the windup. Here's delivery to Seaver. That's a roll around die again. That's why we play cards and dice, to watch the dice just roll. And that's 3-7. That's a walk. So Rose gets the leadoff walk, and he's on at first. He's a B stealer. He will have to be held so he doesn't get the auto steal on that. So he's on at first. Here's Morgan. Morgan so far is 0 for 2. Stranded a few guys on base today. So Morgan, the left-handed hitter against Seaver. From the stretch in the 8th inning. Don't want to give the Reds a chance here. 3-5. That is a fly ball center field. Again, they kept Morgan in the 3 column. There's nothing there for him. AG with the catch. And Tom Seaver again pitches Morgan to perfection. Here is Bobby Tolan with 1 out in the 8th. Tolan so far is 0 for 3. So Tolan, the left-handed batter. Seaver from the stretch. Here's the pitch. That will be a 2-8 single. 2 stars for Bobby Tolan. So that will get Rose all the way to third. He stopped right there. And it's first and third Reds with 1 out. So for Tolan, now at base at number 1. Here's JB, Johnny Bench. In between a couple strikeouts, he had a long home run into the dark, into the dugout, into the bullpens in left field. So Seaver from the stretch. Big base hit right now. Get the Reds back in it. Here's from the stretch right now. 3-9 for Bench is a strikeout on Bench's card. Oh, that was a hard slider away, and Bench offered at it. That's 2 away. 2 outs in the 8th. Brings up Tony Perez. He's 0 for 3. Seaver, fatigue-wise, is an 8. He can pitch into the 8th inning. So he is in the 8th right now. So he's had 2 hits and walks. 1 more hit can't fatigue him. So here's Perez. Let's see if Tom can get out of this one. Seaver from the stretch. Gets the sign. 2-6 is a walk, and that does fatigue him. Oh, my goodness. And the Mets did not want to have to go to the bullpen, up by 6. And it's Joe Haig, the batter, left-handed hitter. So the Mets, all of a sudden, and that kind of has to be a rule too. There's no guaranteed fatigue in this game, but you kind of want to have some kind of system. I try to use the fatigue from the. I try to use the fatigue from the super advance. Works great, but there's no penalties you can use. So kind of have to make that move and do it. So let's see. Look at my bullpen right now, and we'll keep lefty-lefty matchup going here. We'll go Ray Sadecki. Will pitch to Haig, which I think the Reds. I don't know if the Reds have another big right-handed hitter on the bench to bat for Haig. Let's see. He had some power against lefties. We can kind of let him sit in anyway. Let's see here. So Tom Seaver comes out. He doesn't want to. But new pitcher for the Mets will be Ray Sadecki. Pitching change here in New York. Top of the 8th. Mets lead by 6, 7-1. So here we go. Ray Sadecki in the ball game. How has Ray Sadecki done in replay action? 4 1/3, 1 earned run, 2 hits, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. He's 0-1, 2.08 ERA. So now we go to Joe Haig. Haig so far is 3 for 7 runs scored. He is 1 for 3 today. So let's see what Joe will do. I don't know. The Reds do want to think about this. 2 outs here, huge chance. Do they have a bat on the bench that can maybe go hello, goodbye, see you later, and get the Mets in this ball game? They really don't. I mean, wow. I didn't know Ed Sprague was a pitcher. I thought he was like his son was an outfielder. That's kind of surprising. I guess I didn't know that. I mean, they have McRae, 97 bats, 5 home runs. Can't feel like he normally could. And you got a defensive specialist in Geronimo. He's a left-hander. So you would bring McRae out And then the new right fielder would probably be Geronimo. So we'll go ahead and pull Haig out. We'll play early percentages here. I don't want to Aaron Boone myself. But here we go. Here is how McRae, young-looking right-handed hitter. I consider him an a-hole for the rolling block he did against Randolph in the 76 series. So let's see. So new pinch hitter for McRae. I know that's how they played the game back then, but still. So McRae to batter, 1 for 3. He's 0 for 1 on the season. And now righty-lefty matchup. Sadecki on the mound. Here we go. 2 outs. Hold your phone. So 2-8 is a goner. 2-9 can be a home run. McRae has power. Sadecki from the stretch. Here we go. Oh, a 2-9. Deep drive to left field. That's way back in the darkness. Grand slam. Pitch hit. Grand slam McRae. Holy cow. And the Reds are in this ball game. It's 7-5. 2-9 home run, 1-18, and he rolled the 1. Boy, that's long and gone, hitting back of the wall and left field bullpens. And McRae just hit it out of here. Grand slam for McRae, and holy cow! And boy, Tom Seaver has to feel like poop-a-doop here. And holy cow, Tom Seaver's book has been closed. I mean, has been closed in a hurry on him. Seaver, 7 2/3, 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. His ERA went up to 3.07 because of the grand slam Sadecki just gave up. Of course, Ray Sadecki, 1 hit, 1 run earned. His only run he was responsible for was a grand slam to McRae. Boy, sorry, Tom. You deserve better than that. It's now 7-5, and we have a ball game. Here's Concepcion, 1 for 3. So now Sadecki and Tug McGraw is up in a hurry. So let's see what happens here. Concepcion, the ball game, 1 for 3. And it's a 6-7 on Sadecki. That's a ground ball to second. That's Teddy Martinez. Martinez is a 2 on a 12. We hope on a 12-2 he can field it. He does. And throws them out, and the Reds are done. But I think we're going to have Tug McGraw action in the 9th. He thought he had the day off. I think not. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 7-5 Mets. So that means Cesar Geronimo comes in the game, playing right field. Geronimo. Hey, Geronimo. So Cesar Geronimo, 1 fielder, 255 at-bats. So he's always had a cannon of an arm and also was a defensive specialist. Will now be the new right fielder. So let's go ahead and change defense. Change defense, right field will be Cesar Geronimo. Boy, how McRae hits a huge grand slam in this inning in the 8th. Oh, God. Okay, folks, fire drill here. So we'll come back right out.